Let's be honest for a second. You've been in survival mode for a while now, haven't you? Just getting by, just making it through another day, another week, another month. There's no shame in that. We've all been there. But here's the thing. Maybe this is where you stop surviving and start actually living. Think about it. How long have you been operating on autopilot? Waking up, going through the motions, checking boxes, but not really feeling alive. Not really feeling like you're moving toward something meaningful. Survival mode serves a purpose. It gets us through the tough times. But it was never meant to be permanent. It was never meant to be your life. So what if this year is different? What if this is when you shift from just making it through to actually thriving? From existing to living with purpose and intention. You've put in the time and the changes. Maybe now it's time to step into the light. You've been waiting so long, haven't you? Working without seeing results. Trying without feeling progress. Hoping things would click into place. But they never quite did. Month after month. Effort after effort. And sometimes it felt like you were running on treadmill, putting in all this energy but not actually getting anywhere. I know that feeling is exhausting, it's discouraging. It makes you question everything, your path, your choices, your abilities. You start wondering if you're wasting your time, if you're chasing something that will never come. But here's what I want you to consider. Maybe this is when it happens. What if all those failed attempts are about to add up to success? What if you're like a ball being pulled back, and the further back it goes, the more powerful the shot forward? Every setback, every disappointment, every moment of doubt, they weren't wasted. They were preparation. They were building something in you that you couldn't see yet. Maybe this is the year when the confusion finally clears. When you look back at all the chaos, all the detours, all the moments that didn't make sense. And suddenly you understand why everything had to happen exactly the way it did. You know that feeling when you're working on a puzzle and nothing seems to fit. And then suddenly you place one piece and everything else falls into place? That's what I'm talking about. Or that patience you showed, choosing to keep going even when you couldn't see the point. Or that pain you've endured, the losses, the heartbreaks, the disappointments. Or that persistence, showing up day after day even when it felt pointless. Maybe it's finally about to mean something. Maybe you're about to see why you have to go through everything you went through. Sometimes we need to experience the wrong paths to truly appreciate the right one. Sometimes we need to fail at the things that weren't meant for us so we can succeed at what is. Life has a funny way of making things make sense in hindsight. Here's something I really want you to hear. You may be closer than you think. So much closer. You know how they say it's always darkest before the dawn. What if you're right there, right at that moment before the sun breaks through? All those seeds you've been planting, the work you've put in, the habits you built, the lessons you've learned, they're underground right now. You can't see them yet, but they're growing. They're getting ready to break through the surface. And when they do, everything's going to shift. So let this be the year it all starts making sense. Let this be the year you're actually living for real. Not just going through the motions, but feeling alive, feeling purposeful, feeling like you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let this be the year your patience finally pays off, and you see the fruit of all those years of holding on. You earned this. You put in the time. You done the work. You kept faith when it would have been easier to give up. Maybe this is your moment. Maybe this is when you look back years from now and say, that's when everything changed. That's when my life really began. And that's it for today's episode. Keep believing. Keep pushing. And remember, your breakthrough may just be around the corner. And until next time, stay limitless. Thank you.